Good morning, guys. Can you believe it is almost the end of February? I know I cannot. I'm a little late filming this video. Yesterday was kind of crazy, and normally I've been putting my videos up by about 6 o'clock in the morning Eastern time on Wednesdays, but this will go up on Wednesday. It's going to be later in the day. I wanted to film a February in review video. I did this in January and I got a really good response from it, so I want to continue doing it. One of the things that I absolutely love about Plan With Me's is getting to see the process, how people use things, how it ended up looking, why you do what you do, basically. And so the best way I think to show that is by going back and looking at what actually happened and how the layouts actually turned out, as opposed to just seeing the beginning before the pen, or when you've just written everything in and nothing's actually happened yet. So to me, this is a more realistic look. So what we're going to do is I am going to take the time to flip through and go through a couple of things. I recently subscribed to Kinley's Doodle Box, and I got my first box in February, and I was totally intending to film and open the box and look what's in there. And yeah, I got really excited. I immediately started cutting up the papers and putting them in my planner. So I'm going to show them, and my goal is that the March box, which I should be getting in a couple of days, that I will do an open the box and show what's in there kind of situation. She's recently done some changes to the subscription, and there will also be some big changes coming in April. So I'll probably do at least a couple of videos where I just show you guys what I got in my subscription box. So anyway, let's get started. This is February. It is February 27th, so I've got one more day to go, but I like having a video at the end of the month, and then I'll be full swing for March. So I just wanted to show you guys what I have. So this didn't change. This is my Virgo and paper vinyl, but what did change was I took some of the papers from Kinley's Doodle Box. I'm going to try and zoom you guys in just a little bit. And I just switched them out. And so these cards that are just paper are, I'm trying to make sure I get the whole planner in the frame. Let's back up just a hair. There we go. This is a vellum that I got from Coffee Monsters Co. All of the printed cards are from Sequin and Paper. I can't remember. I think this is the self-care set, but to be honest, I kind of mixed them up. So I don't know, but she has a great shop on Etsy. You should check her out. This is one of her cards, and I just put the heart acetate on top of it. I also have a vellum, and I don't know if you can even see it, but it's from C. Amy Draw, and it is, there we go. It says Hustle and Heart. I'm trying to catch the light with it. There you go. Can you kind of see the pink foil there? And I just put that over a vellum paper that was in Kinley's Doodle Box, and I do the same thing on the back. So some of these are cards. This is with the acetate. This is a card. The acetate, I think it's from Kinley's Doodle Box, but it wasn't part of the Feb subscription. And then some papers. So I did change the paper out here, and this is a full paper. It's double-sided. And then there's this acetate, which has the hearts on it. Absolutely love it. It was a very cute Valentine kit, but it wasn't over the top, so I didn't feel like, ooh, this is way too much lovey-dovey stuff. So I don't put a paper in my meals section, and then I used this paper for my church notes. Absolutely love it. It's like a crosshatch and hearts. It's really cool. This paper I think was my favorite. It is actually a vellum. I don't even know if you can tell that, but it's almost plasticky, but it's not an acetate. So I really liked this paper a lot. I thought this was really cool. I loved how it looked with my Virgo and Paper vinyl on top. I didn't put one in my homeschool section. I did put a vellum in my financial section, and this is a vellum. Same kind of paper. It's a thicker, not fully transparent, but definitely translucent. And then I did the final vellum back here. I seem to gravitate a little bit more towards the vellums. They're thinner, and so it makes them a little easier to put in a planner like this. But the papers were absolutely gorgeous, and my 9-year-old daughter and I share the kit. So she makes things for her planner after I'm done with what I want for my planner. But yeah, so I promise to attempt very hard to control myself long enough for you guys to get to see the box in March. And like I said, we just recently received an email. There's going to be some big changes coming in April, and so I'll definitely make sure to film that box when it arrives so that you guys can kind of see what changes she's made and kind of get what I think about. This is my first subscription, so I'm kind of excited about that. Okay, so what I wanted to do is kind of flip through February and show you guys how things ended up looking. So keep in mind it is the 27th, so, and this week goes through March 3rd, so it's not going to, the week's not going to be completely done. But I put this paper at the front of my planner, and it on the other side it's the tracker, the plan, and I like that to be by my dashboard. I flip back to this more often than I would flip to the back, which is where, and I'll show you this at the end, this is where the other spot this could go. It actually comes at the back, and I don't find that I need a 2-page spread at the end just for notes and things. So that's what I did. This month I used Fox and Pip stickers to decorate it a little bit. I like to do that. It makes it just a little bit more fun. It also is a great way to use doodle stickers, which are one of my favorite things. So I like to have them and use them in this way. It kind of just motivates me a little bit, and they're cute. It's fun to look at. I added some washi tape here just for fun. I did a second Bible verse here. I have one over here as well. I did a quote sticker here. This month I think I mentioned in a previous video, I tracked on these trackers. I did my quality of my sleep, I did daily proverbs, and I did my YouTube channel. Now what I did with this, and I don't know if you guys can see, but these stickers have a little outline of a different hexagon color, if you can see that, and right here. So what I do is I lay out using some stickers from Knockout Print Shop that separate an outline of the hexagon from the solid hexagon, and I set up when I want to schedule videos. If the videos actually go up, I fill the block. So I'm filming today, and the next thing I'm doing when I'm done filming is I'm going to upload this on my computer, and it's going to go up on YouTube. So I went ahead and marked it this morning, but I really liked it. At first I thought, man, this isn't really helpful, but it's very nice for me to kind of see, well, how many days did I actually work on my channel? Did I get all my videos up? And then I can kind of go back and decide, did it work? Did it not work? Do I need to do more? Do I need to do less? That kind of thing. So I think these 3 things are going to be my main things that I want to track. I'm really trying to focus on my health this year, and one of the things I think as a mom especially, my quality of sleep goes down. If kids wake up in the night sick or anything like that happens, I'm the one that gets up with them. So I'm really trying to focus on how many nights am I getting a full 8 hours. And then I've also been tracking using a sleep app how good that quality of sleep is. And what I've actually learned over the past month is if I sleep around 7 hours, 7.5, I actually consistently get better quality. So by tracking that, what I do on here, and I don't know if you can see this on that. Yeah, that's as much as I can zoom in. Some of the stickers are lined and some of them are solid. And so what I do is if I put a lined sticker down, my hours were less than 8. A solid sticker means more than 8. But I think what I'm going to focus on next month is the actual quality. So did I get a 75% night or better of quality sleep, restful sleep, or was it less than 75%? I think that's where I'm going to start and try to focus more on the quality than the hours. But anyway, that's not really why y'all are here, is it? That's kind of a side note. Anyway, February, and this is how my month turned out. I absolutely loved this month. I thought that I really liked the combo of washi tape that I came up with. I think it went really good with the theme. Most things, I'm looking over it, most things went really well. I mean, just about everything. There's only one cancellation. We're not able to make it to indoors. My husband didn't participate in that this year. My son went on a caving trip. I know we added a tutor meeting. I added library books being due. I had an appointment to get my passport renewed. Yeah, so it is the 27th. Again, I'm late on the video going up, but all in all, it went well. There's nothing crazy going on the 28th out of the ordinary. We did go see Dragons 3. We did go see the Lego Movie. I was able to finally see Glass. My husband and I are going to try to see Isn't It Romantic this week. The birthdays have gone through. Everything went really, really well. So this is what the month ended up looking like at the end of the month. Yeah, I really liked it. I really, really, really liked it. Okay, so a couple things in here. Knockout Print Shop, which is the main sticker shop I get my stickers from, came out with some great inserts this month. We had a lot of these half sheet note pages and some graph paper and, let me think, graph paper, note pages, and then the other ones I think have already come out. I might have already shown you. There will be a video this month about inserts and how I store them, so I'm going to go more in depth with those, but that's where these are from. She's making insert sets. They're lined and graph, which I have graph later on, and I love them. I love having a spot that I can add more notes. I love that it doesn't block the whole spread, so it's really easy to kind of flip around, and I really enjoy that. And plus it allows me, when I'm on this side of the week, to still see my sidebar, which is where I have like big tasks and big things going on. And then, you know, when I flip it over, I could still see things if I need to, but typically once I'm on this side, I'm pretty much here. So I loved that. The other thing that worked really well is I've been really playing with my daily boxes. And what I've started doing is the top row is really just kind of whatever I want it to be. It could be a holiday. It could be, you know, we went out to dinner for burgers that night, so I put that sticker there. We had a very warm day this day, which was odd because it was February 7th, so I marked that. We did a movie night. These are tasks that are important that I want to do that day. I have stickers for them. I like using them, but I don't want them to block out my space up here. This one I just left blank. My middle row is my meals, and I use a stamp from Studio L2E for that. And then my bottom one, I've been playing with some stickers that I got from Jessica, and I got, this is a new one that I just got. It's gold foil, and I cannot remember the shop name, but I will look it up and mention it. But I really like this because I like stickers and I like stamps on the bottom row because I hate writing on the bottom. So being able to just slap a sticker down or stamp it out, I really, really enjoy. I'm loving having the weather at the top. The format is working really, really well for me. I keep my today at the top, so appointments, things like that. And then my to-do list down here. Anything that's highlighted in this particular, I think it's kind of a corally pink color, are things that I was specifically working on. I was trying to work out a plan for something. It didn't work out, so that's why there's not a line through it, but I'm figured out what I'm going to do, and I'm going to be moving that into March. So it was a big project that I was working on. Anyway, this is how the first week came out. I love these canceled stickers from Faye Creates. They're on clear paper. It makes it really easy for me to see. Bam, it didn't happen. I did get these things done. I actually did a voiceover. I did get my monthly filmed for March, but for some reason I just didn't mark them out. But I did actually get all those things done. I'm really I'm really enjoying the way that I'm marking church. I had my son's initial sticker here because he was playing that morning at church. Yeah, and then something I wanted to mention, a lot of people I see on Facebook and Instagram question how to use stickers, or they're having a really hard time figuring out a different way to use them. I use my weekly habit tracker really more of a, did I get some stuff done? Daily tasks that need to happen on a daily basis, but they're not things that I want to actually put in my space. This is a good amount of space, but it's limited. And so, we homeschool. Do I need to write down every single day that we schooled? No. Do I need to know that we did it, be able to glance and know? Yes, because I have a section in my planner for homeschool information. Plus my kids have their own planners for homeschooling. So I don't need to list everything out every day in my personal planning space. I have a spot for that in my planner. I did come up with a sheet, which I think I've shown you guys before, but what I typically do is I have a list here of everything that needs to be done. I write it out here and I just check it off. But this is my quick spot where I can go, hey, did we school? Yes, we did get school done 3 or 4 days this week or 5 days this week. Did we practice instruments? Yes, we did practice instruments 5 days a week. I have specific goals. I did journal. I'm finding that I journaled most of February, but coming back and remembering to check it off is a problem. And then, you know, intentional time that my husband and I set aside for each other. I do my daily prayers every morning, but I don't always remember to go back into my planner and mark them off. But that really works for me as a way that I see it every day that I'm looking at my planner, but it's not taking up valuable real estate, if that makes sense. So I just kind of wanted to mention that. I use this as just the general spot to add extra things. And that was the first week. And then here is my second week. Same format. I do things more bullet journal in a lot of ways. What I try to do is use stickers for big events or things that are out of the ordinary. Sometimes I feel more stickery and I use more stickers, and sometimes I just need to write it down and move on. So on this day we had a lot of big appointments. I wanted to make sure that I marked those. It was Valentine's Day. My son and I made time to go on a date. We had library books due this day. I've been marking off with a check mark if dinners are going as planned and when they happen. This was a kind of a busy week. I made a mistake, so I covered it up with the washi tape. That's about it. So that's how this week came out. I loved it. So pretty. Okay, this week was a break week. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to hold this. Let's actually, you know what? Let's just pull this out. So on break weeks, I like to let myself use a kit. This is not something that I normally do. I'm sorry, the sun just completely went away. But I like to do it on weeks where we're not meeting for our homeschool group, that we're planning to take it a little slower and a little different. We still did some makeup stuff. We still had some things going on for school, but it was not a full-on, hey, we're going to school every day kind of week. This kit was the Valentine kit from Coffee Monsters Co. I've been playing with doing different things with it. Sometimes I use the full boxes. Sometimes I just use the bottom washi. This kit is set up for a Erin Condren vertical, and it works perfectly fine in here. I was able to kind of use different stickers from Knockout Print Shop. It wasn't the actual, I think this is Everglades color scheme, but the blue worked with it, so I was able to use this kit now. And that's kind of what I do. I pick up a lot of Helen's mini kits, and I've got a couple of her kits, and I found that I can use a regular kit. If I do a deluxe kit, I can get almost 2 full weeks out of it for fun stuff, or I let my daughter play with it. So it just kind of depends on if I really liked it and if I thought it worked well and that kind of thing. The sidebar I change a little. Instead of having my big tracker at the top, I use a decorative box, and that's just mainly because we're not schooling every day. We do some instrument, we do some stuff, but that's a week where I don't have to kind of keep track of those things as tightly. And then I actually did a list. I still end up crossing them out even though I have a list, and I did do this on a different day. We did get this done. But I marked them off, but then I didn't go through it. But anyway, that's what I did. I still used this top row the same. I didn't have anything on this day, and I decided to use some Simply Gilded. It's a hot pink washi. You know, we had a date night. We went to the movies. That kind of stuff. Yeah, so that is how the second week turned out. And I loved it. Or actually, is that the third week? It might be the third week. Is that? Yes, I'm sorry. Did I show this week? I did. Okay, so this is the third week. And this is where I used a kit. And then this is the week we are currently in. And I absolutely love this. Now, so far this week has been really crazy. And just getting the scheduled things done has taken big chunks of my time. I was lucky enough to meet up with a friend on Tuesday morning. I had my CC stuff on Mondays. We had a Faces of History event. And I didn't like the way I wrote it here, so I will probably put washi here or something like that. I didn't do my February in review, but I did mark it off because we're doing it now. I have an event that came up today that I didn't know about. So the to-do lists have been very minimal because it's just been, you know, getting the things done that I need to get done. But so far it's going great. Like I said, today is Wednesday. And then the rest of the week is looking like this. I'm trying out using the bill sticker. I pay my bills twice a month, so I'm trying out using the sticker in a way to block that, because it does take time, and I kind of like the idea of marking it, but I want it to be more functional. So I don't know. I'm trying it out this month. I had one in one of my kits, so I thought I'd give it a try. One thing I did change, like I said, there's this new weekly chore sticker. As you can see, it is foiled. And I set my kids up on a cleaning schedule. We have 2 schedules, and it's just like 1 week the kids do certain chores, the second week they swap. So I used to mark it over here at the side, but I found this great sticker, and what I started doing is I stamp which letter, which schedule, A or B, and then I put the weekly chores on it, and that is just for me to look at and know which schedule we should be on for what kids should be doing what. This is again another note page that I'm using. And then last week we had a class meeting, and I used some dot grid paper from Inkwell Press. But then also I was working out our new cleaning routine. And if that's something you guys would be interested in seeing, let me know. I kind of combined Fly Lady and Clean Mama and just kind of my own routine and made up something that works. So if that's something you guys are interested in, just let me know. But what I wanted to show you guys, if I can get my camera to focus, is this is some amazing graph paper that Knockout Print Shop released, I want to say a week or 2 ago. She did these half sheets, and there are full sheets. I don't have a full sheet in my planner. I haven't used it yet, but I absolutely love it. I love small grid paper. It reads more neutral, and I can do different things with it, but absolutely love it. So as you can see here, on Friday we are in March 1st, but this is kind of how it looks. One thing I tried to do, I don't know if you can see on here, I haven't marked, this is, like I said, the first 3 days have been really, really crazy. I'm highlighting days that I don't do it. So like our homeschool, we homeschool 4 days a week and go to community for the 5th day. So, but if we need a makeup day, like on Saturday or something, we do that as well. So what I've kind of done is we don't school on Sunday. That's my goal. And we don't have to practice our instruments on Sunday. And then did we do it the rest of the time? The daily journal and my time with my husband, intentionally spending time with him, that can obviously go any day of the week. It just kind of go around work schedules and things like that. So anyway, that is how February looked. What I have done is, and I think I've gone over this, but if I have, forgive me for repeating. If I have not, I hope this is helpful. So what I did at the back is the last page I used for YouTube planning. I just divide it up in quadrants and kind of write out my ideas for videos. I am working on something that might be a kind of type of insert that I use, but I'm still trying to get that all figured out. Here are some mini Happy Planner notes that I did. This month I planned my videos out for March using these mini Happy Planner goal planning pages. I liked that. This is the cleaning schedule that I talked about earlier. This is, 1 week, this is the next week, everybody switches, that kind of stuff. And then back here I have my monthly marker from Ashley Lee Designs. And this is a recent addition. I've never used these in the past, and I don't like to use them in my monthly spread because I feel they take up too much room. And so, but I wanted something back here to mark this. So what I started doing is, when I'm flipping through my month, February is at the beginning. It's right there. It's at the front. It's right near my divider. I don't need a marker for it. But what I do like is at the end of my month, I have a marker for all my inserts and my reflections. So I'm still playing with how I want to use this. Here's some more of the graph paper I put there's 4 colors in each set for the month, and so I just have a couple of sheets in here. This is the reflection page. I will fill this out tomorrow, and then there's graph paper on the back. I'm still playing with how I want to use this expense sheet. I already have a finance section for bills, but I would like to track spending, and that's what I think I'm going to use this for. I just have to figure that out. I have my daily gratitude journal. I did not use this month because I journaled in my Flex Inkwell Press coil, but I'm trying to figure out a way to merge things. One of the things I learned is I have to have everything in one book, and I think if I had my journal in my planner, or could figure out a way to incorporate what I'm doing in my journal, because I just write a little blurb about the day and my gratitudes, or I insert a picture, but I want to have something at the end of the year to look back on, and I'm trying to figure out a way if I can make that be this, or if it's really has to be something separate. So I'm still working on this. But that's what I put at the end of the month. And then this will be starting in March. And so, you know, here's my stamps. I pull stamp colors that I know will work for the month, and I put those together, and then I'll use April on this side. This sheet will move to the end of March and be between March and April tomorrow, because I'll pull February out at the end of the week. Or not tomorrow, probably this weekend. I'll move it over and do that. One thing I do want to show you in March, because this is going to be clearer, what I was trying to explain is when I plan my YouTube. So see the stickers, they're just an outline. So when I look down at this, I know, okay, I've got scheduled 4 videos. I will probably do a 5th video because March is my birthday month, and so my birthday is on the 19th, and I think I'm going to do an extra video that day, so I may add that in. But that's what I'm doing, and it's really nice to see kind of what I got scheduled, what's coming up, and then going from there. Real quickly, my videos for March are going to be, I did a monthly setup video. I'm going to be filming a weekly setup video. I was waiting on some stickers, which I was able to pick up yesterday. So I'm going to film my weekly how I set up the framework video. I'm going to do a video about inserts and how I prep my inserts each month. So these kinds of pages, what I do with those. And then the last video of the month will be my March in review. And then I think the bonus video is going to be how I store my inserts and how I do that. So I think that's everything. I can't think of anything else. I hope you guys had the most amazing February. I cannot wait to talk to you guys again. I think it'll be next week. And just have a really blessed day. I'll talk to you guys again soon. Bye.